こんにちは。私生活を明るく快適にメガネのイザワです。今日は直接的にちょっとメガネとは関係ない話題になるんですけども、最近この生成系の AI とか、いろんなものがある中で、何かね仕事っていうかね、いろいろこう活用できないかなっていうところで、日々こうねちょっとちょこちょこ触ったりしてるんですけど、最近、いろんな AI がある中ですごいのがあって、 Google のノートブック LM っていうものがあって、その中にいろいろソース、情報の元となるものをどんどん投げて、でチャット形式っていうんですかね、そういうものでこの質問に答えてくれたりとか、そういうものが、あります。で、ちょっとね初めてちょっと触ったんですけど、どういうことができるのかなっていうふうにいじっていく中で、投げたソースのデータをもとに、その生成したものをさらに音声として2人の話者がその内容について語り合ってくれるみたいな形になっていて、それがまだ英語版だけしかないので、英語の方が2人でそのソースについてこう話し合ったようなデータが出来上がるんですけど、それの精度がすごいというか、なんかこう客観的にそのソースに対しての考え方っていうのが見れるような気がして、ちょっと面白いなと思ったのでちょっと共有してみたいなと思いました。2人の方が英語で喋ってることを翻訳サイトで翻訳しながらちょっと動画にしてみたので、ちょっと内容については本当に合ってるか合ってないかっていうのは、私ちょっと英語の正確なニュアンスがわからないので何とも言えないですけども、そこら辺よりもその勝手にこれだけのことをこうやって客観的に話したようなものができちゃうんだっていうところにちょっと驚いて鳥肌が立ったみたいな形ですけども、そこら辺も含めて、実際にその出来上がった2人が喋ってる、音声をちょっと翻訳をつけてみたので、そこら辺をちょっと実際にこれから見てもらおうかなと思います。それでは行ってみましょう。
All right, let's dive right in to the world of eyeglasses. Looks like somebody out there is ready to, go beyond just picking out frames. We got a real mix of sources this time. A Japanese eyeglass shop's website, a blog, all about eyewear, and even a YouTube video from an optician. Clearly, somebody's looking for some real in-depth stuff. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing. It's like all these sources, they kind of hint at like this whole world of expertise behind glasses. Most people probably don't even think twice about it. Like, who knew there was so much more to it than just, getting your eyes checked?
Right. I mean, I was really interested by this idea that good glasses are about way more than just passing an eye chart test. That blog, Non Monolith, and the website for this shop, Home Shin, both seem to really focus on that idea.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They both talk about this idea of shokunin, which basically means like master craftsman, but for making glasses. Like, it's not just about the final product, it's about the whole process, the skill, the precision, all that goes into it.
I noticed that the Home Year website, they really show off their optician certification. It's called Nishin Cheni. What is that all about?
Well, basically, that's a super high-level national license in Japan. It shows that this optician is like at the top of their game. Think Michelin star, but for eyeglasses,
Whoa, okay. That makes me think about all the times I've had glasses that just didn't quite feel right. Even if my prescription was supposedly accurate, maybe I just wasn't getting that shokunin level of expertise.
Yeah, could be. These sources definitely suggest that like a real shokunin optician, they think about way more than just the standard eye test. It's like how the frames fit on your face, all the little adjustments to make sure there's no distortion.
Speaking of distortion, that Nanolifia blog post from January 19th, the one about lens distortion, it really had me thinking. It's like, even if you have the perfect prescription, the way the lens sits in the frame can actually create distortions. And those distortions can cause headaches and eye strain, apparently.
Exactly. And that's where the optician's skill comes in. You got to think about your face shape, the material of the frame, even your lifestyle. The goal is to make glasses that actually work with your vision, not against it.
They mentioned this tool called a frame tracer that creates a digital model of your face. Pretty high-tech stuff.
Oh yeah, super high-tech. Even with tools like that, a skilled optician still needs to make those fine-tuned adjustments. It's that combination of technology and human expertise that really makes the difference, according to the blog.
Okay, so we've got skilled craftsmanship, precise measurements, and even high-tech tools involved. What else is there?
Well, let's talk about something that lots of people don't even realize they have. Astigmatism. You know that January 13th blog post from Leafy? They really go into it.
They say that a lot of people, they prioritize comfort over clear vision when it comes to astigmatism correction. So they end up undercorrected. Is that a real thing?
Oh, it definitely is. And, it's interesting because that blog, it kind of challenges this idea that astigmatism correction is just about making things clearer, right? They say it's more about reducing eye strain, even if it feels a little off at first.
That makes me think about that YouTube video we have, the one called Oyu Oja. Oyu. It means like the importance of astigmatism correction and how to make glasses less tiring. The optician in that video, he is so passionate about this point. He says people give up on proper astigmatism correction too quickly just because it feels weird.
Yeah, he's right. It's kind of like when you first start wearing a retainer or braces. It feels uncomfortable at first, but then your teeth adjust and it's the new normal. Same thing with astigmatism correction. It takes time for your eyes to adjust.
That's a great way to put it. Wow, I'm starting to realize there's a lot more to getting the right glasses than I thought. It's not as straightforward as it seems.
Oh, yeah. And we're just scratching the surface here. We haven't even talked about color-changing lenses or how your posture and even your gaze can affect your vision.
Wait, posture and gaze. Okay, tell me more about that.
Sure, but first, let's take a look at those color-changing lenses that seem to have caught your attention.
Oh, yeah, the ones designed by that famous actor Tamaki Hiroshi. I'm really curious about those.
Yeah, those lenses are a really cool example of how, eyewear technology just keeps getting better and better. That January 16th blog post, the one about Tamaki Hiroshi's lenses, yeah, that really caught my eye too. They're not just stylish, they've got HEV protection, lutein protection, and Treve, they block UV rays. That's a lot for one little lens to handle.
Okay, so break that down for me a little bit. What exactly is HEV and lutein? And why should we, worry about protecting them?
All right, so HEV stands for high energy visible light, and that's basically the blue light that comes from screens, your phone, computer, all that. It's been linked to eye strain, messed up sleep, and even some people think it can damage your retina over time. Now, lutein, that's a whole different thing. It's this powerful antioxidant that's naturally found in your eye, and it helps protect against those age-related eye problems.
Yeah.
Like macular degeneration and cataracts.
So these lenses, they're not just changing color for looks. They're actually protecting our eyes from all sorts of stuff.
Exactly. And I think it's really interesting that they got a popular actor to pick the colors. It kind of shows how eyewear is becoming more about personal style these days, but without, sacrificing the actual function.
Yeah, it's you don't have to choose between looking good and protecting your vision, which is pretty cool. Speaking of looking good, I'm curious to hear more about that connection between posture and gaze you mentioned before. Is that something that opticians actually take into consideration when they're fitting you for glasses?
Oh, absolutely. It's a really important factor. Remember that blog post from January 15th, the one called Char Ui? It translates to something like hidden points in choosing glasses for a comfortable life and safe driving. Well, they talk about that a lot in there. Basically, how you hold your body and where you're looking, that can really affect how well your glasses work.
I never really thought about it like that before. Can you give me an example?
Sure. So imagine you're just chilling on the couch, watching TV, right? Your head's kind of tilted back. You're looking up a little. Now compare that to sitting at your desk, straight up, looking straight ahead at your computer screen. Those two situations, they need totally different lens setups if you want to see clearly and comfortably.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So should we be telling our optician about what we do every day and how we use our eyes?
Definitely. The more info you give them about your lifestyle, your hobbies, even your workspace setup, the better they can make your glasses work for you. If you're a driver, they might adjust your lenses to help you see better in your peripheral vision and reduce glare.
Wow. Personalized vision care. That's really interesting. It makes you realize that glasses aren't just one size fits all.
Exactly. And it all goes back to that shokunin idea. A good optician, they'll take the time to really understand your needs, and then use their skills to make a pair of glasses that's perfect for you and how you live your life.
Okay, so we've covered a lot here. We've talked about craftsmanship, lens distortion, astigmatism, color-changing lenses, even posture and gaze. Anything else we need to know before we wrap up this deep dive?
Well, there's one more thing I think is worth mentioning, especially with winter coming up.
Let me guess. Foggy glasses.
You got it. That blog post from January 12th had some good tips for dealing with that, since it's a pretty common problem.
Yeah, they talked about those anti-fog sprays and cloth. Honestly, I've tried those before and they don't really seem to work that well for me. Is there a more permanent solution?
Well, the blog talked about how anti-fog coating actually works, how it absorbs moisture to keep the lens dry. They said the effectiveness can vary depending on the type of coating and how good the quality is.
So maybe I just haven't found the right anti-fog coating yet.
Could be. They also talked about how important it is to have the frames fit properly. Sometimes even a little adjustment can help with airflow and reduce fogging.
That's interesting. I guess every little detail matters when it comes to getting the most out of your glasses, huh?
It really does. It kind of goes back to our original point. You came into this deep dive wanting to know more about glasses. Look at all these cool insights we've uncovered.
I know, right? It's like a whole new world. I used to think getting glasses was just like, go get your eyes checked and pick out some frames, but now I realize it's so much more than that. It really sounds like finding a good optician, like a really skilled one, is kind of the key to, figuring out all this stuff and getting glasses that actually help you see better.
Yeah, that's it. And, it's fascinating, right? All these sources we've been looking at, they're all from Japan. And they all kind of point to this different way of thinking about eye care,
Yeah.
It's all about that Shokunin philosophy.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, how different is eye care in other parts of the world?
That's a really interesting thought. Like, how do different cultures and traditions influence how they approach vision and eyewear? Imagine all the different techniques and tools and even the styles of glasses that might be out there.
Whoa, yeah. Maybe this deep dive is just the start of a whole journey into the global world of eyewear.
Maybe so. But, even if you just stick with your local optician, I think the most important thing is to be involved in your own eye care. Don't be afraid to ask questions, tell what's bothering you and really explain how you use your eyes every day.
So tell them about how much time I spend watching Netflix and scrolling on my phone.
Exactly. But also, tell them about specific problems. Like, do your eyes get tired when you're on the computer? Do your glasses fog up all the time? The more info you give them, the better they can help you find the right solution.
This has been really interesting. I came into this wanting to learn more about glasses, but I'm leaving with a whole new appreciation for how important it is to take care of your eyes.
I'm glad to hear that. And remember, taking care of your vision, it's an investment in your overall well-being. It lets you, really experience the world around you, from the little details to the big adventures.
That's so true. Maybe if we all embrace this idea of shokunin and find an optician who, really gets that, we can all see better. And maybe we can even look good doing it, like Tamaki Hiroshi with his color-changing lenses.
Uh-huh. Exactly. Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of eyewear. We hope you learned something new and that you're feeling, more confident about taking care of your vision.
Absolutely. Until next time, keep those eyes open and keep exploring. And remember, the world is full of amazing things to see, big and small. So make sure you have the right tools to see it all, clearly and comfortably.
はい、こんな感じでちょっとね長くなりましたけども、かなりこれだけの精度で勝手に生成してくれるっていうところにびっくりしてます。内容もねちょっといいこと言ってるなというかポイントを掴んでるところっていうんですかね、そこを見てくれたかみたいなところもありますので、ちょっとここら辺個人的に嬉しい部分もあるんですけど、こんなことをもうちょっといろいろこれから使いこなしていくと、もっと便利な世の中になるんじゃないかなと。でいろいろねこれを汎用的にこういうところにも使えるなっていうところも出てくると思うので、メガネの業務っていうんですかね、お客様の見え方を作る上で役立ってくる部分もあると思いますし、それ以外にも活用できるかもしれないので、ちょっとここら辺またね今後もちょっと触ってみようかなというふうに思いました。ちょっとね今日はまたメガネ以外の内容になりますけども、ここら辺ちょっと一応大きく見ればメガネとかお店に関わることになるかなというところで、ちょっと今回こんな感じで紹介をしてみました。今後もメガネ作りの参考になるような動画を作っていきたいと思いますので、チャンネル登録、いいねもぜひよろしくお願いします。それではまた。